What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome to another Godzilla vs. Kong Monsterverse news and update video. I haven't done one of these in a little while because there really hasn't been much news to talk about, but we finally have some really big, epic news. As you can see right before me, we have the first kind of official image from Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, this comes on the back of one of the new toys. It's one of the new Playmates toys, I believe. And this is the image on the back. They talk about the new description for the movie, saying that they're going to go inside like the Hollow Earth. Godzilla and Kong are going to clash. And we have this glorious, and I mean glorious, epic looking shot of Godzilla and Kong fighting on top of an aircraft carrier. Now, based on kind of the scaling and the way it's done before, because I remember back at CCXP, we kind of had that leaked shot, but it was kind of like, it was dark in the background, so we didn't really get to see as good a look at it, but looking at it here, this is clearly bright, sunny, in the daylight. These two are fighting on an aircraft carrier, which is an insanely epic place for an action sequence. Now, a lot of people are complaining, well, it can't support the weight of them. Look, this is a movie, realism is kind of going out the window. And you know what? At this point, I'm like, that's unrealistic, but you know what? Screw it. The ending to Jaws is unrealistic, where the shark just blows up after somebody fires a rifle at an oxygen tank and the shark just explodes. I don't really care as much for realism in this universe. Now, to an extent, you want people to kind of act somewhat realistic, but with the monsters, you can go a little bit crazy. You can have fun with it. But as we can see here, Godzilla looks great. He looks, his dorsal plates look pretty similar to his King of the Monsters stuff. Kong looks a lot bigger, although you don't quite see the beard, so I don't think this is specifically a shot from the movie. I think this is kind of what's going to end up being some sort of, like, movie poster. I mean, just look at it. Look at this thing. Look at that. You got the helicopters there. The scaling feels kind of off about it, but Kong is huge. Like, he's pretty much up to Godzilla's height now at this point in the Monsterverse, and again, this is kind of the first tidbit of image that we got. This came via toys being released. Some people already have copies of them. I don't know how. I guess they popped up on Walmart's website. But since those are kind of officially released products, we can kind of just see the image here. And again, this is as HD as it gets. I think somebody just scanned the back of one of those things and just kind of kept it as high definition as possible. But again, this is a really pretty cool looking image. They're both fighting in the daylight, mind you. And Godzilla looks great in the daylight. Kong looks great. This isn't as high quality as you could possibly get, but just that shot of Kong going there ready to punch Godzilla on top of this, it has me super hyped. I'm really excited for this movie, and I can't stress how excited I am to watch this. I'm ready for a trailer, but you know what? I feel like this image here is enough to tide fans over who've been growing very impatient at the lack of marketing. Some people are just like, well, they don't care about the movie. It's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. They're afraid of the movie. I'm like, well, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And the movie doesn't come out till May of next year. It doesn't really make too much sense to start marketing super heavily now when we don't really know the state of movie theaters. So I think this image should hold people over for a while until we get a trailer. And then once we finally get a trailer, it'll break the internet. And again, this is not something that Legendary is really posting themselves. Somebody saw on the back of a toy box and they just kind of posted. So I wouldn't really call this kind of a leak thing because, an officially released product showcases this image. So if this is all we got so far, this is the only tease. This image is epic. Everybody I'm talking to is kind of just going nuts over it. And I don't think this is quite a sequence from the movie. I think it'll be quite different when we actually see the movie. But I think in general, this image here, if we can get day battles fighting like this, I'm all for it. Again, this is a really epic looking shot. I mean, they're fighting on top of a fucking aircraft carrier, maybe a super aircraft carrier, whatever they call it. But it looks amazing. That's a new place for an action sequence. I've never seen, like, two Titans kaiju fight on top of one of these things. So at least that's creative. And maybe perhaps if it's moving, like, out in the ocean, too, we can kind of see them fight on a moving background. And then this thing's probably going to sink. All the people are going to go crazy. But, again, Godzilla and Kong fighting each other on top of an aircraft carrier. That just sounds awesome. Kong looks great. Godzilla looks great. I'm so hyped for this movie. I can't contain my excitement. Like, this image just, this is everything. I'm good for a while now. This image will tide me over for a little while until we finally, and I mean finally, get that trailer. I mean, this movie has just been delayed constantly. It was supposed to come out in March initially this year, but they weren't done making it. Then it was supposed to be like May, and then they moved it back to November of this year, but then the pandemic happened, and this movie got delayed again to May of next year. So pretty much everything's getting moved around, delayed. We'll probably get a trailer, I assume, by that November time frame. But then again, I don't really know at this point. I don't know when we're gonna get things. So I'm okay with waiting at this point. I'll get a trailer when I get a trailer, but if I get it now, I'll be excited. And if I don't, then I can wait a little bit. So this image should tide people over for a little while. So anyways, what are your thoughts on this image? Are you very excited for Godzilla vs. Kong? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, take care now. Bye-bye then. And I will see you all in the next video. Monsterverse. Yeah, I can't fucking wait. All right, peace out. Bye-bye.